Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Peach State. Welcome to Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just west of downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons.
2026 Atlanta Falcons.
Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. And we are underway here in Atlanta. We get across the 20, mark the 22-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
Tedero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Young quickly out till he gets. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 4. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Finding space at the 15. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Ryan Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. Panthers will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Falcons nothing.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Carter on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points. I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 65 yards.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Oh, so elusive. Even down near the goal line, doesn't quite get in. These guys are set up 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcon touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Panthers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Panther first down.
A gain of 13
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about one. Mike Hughes is there with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 39-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's a Carolina first down.
Panthers.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Young hands it to Hubbard. They'll push forward here down to about the 27. J.D. Bertrand able to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That is pulled in at the 5. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And he'll take it on in. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Panthers. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Falcons 7.
Oh, this is a game. They're not going up and down the field.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, and a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. Tua going to hold on to this.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for 2. And he lost the football.
Damn, Tua. Get rid of the ball, bro.
Defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. A give up the middle. It's Hubbard. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. Root O'Rororo there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and
8. 2nd down and 8. Here's Young. That is caught. What a throw. Tenarella McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight
was
of
a
the
dot.
quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what
We
a
ain't getting
great
no
job by
damn
the
press on
offensive
Bryce,
line,
bro.
allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. He gets it to go. Panthers will take a 21-7 lead.
Falcons 7.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Carter on the return. Crazy. And he'll work this one past the 25, so right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. A play fake. Now 2 with a throw. He connects downfield to Dotson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Yo, my boy, salute, BRG. What's going on, brother? How you liking that WWE, BRG?
From the gun, here's Tua. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
It's so early in the game.
Yeah, I bet it is fun, brother. Man, I'll have it here very soon, man. Gotta jump on that, do some tag teams with you, man.
Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
So this game going, this is going to be a high-scoring game, bro.
Level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now get a damn stop, Falcon. Yeah.
Now, folks, on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons draw closer here. It's 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Panthers offense getting their final instruction. Parading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Young gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And no chance to turn and go. That's one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Oh, y'all please get pressure on him, please. Pretty please.
On 2nd down, Young. He'll throw.
Damn, man, got an all day to throw.
He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Panther first down.
A gain of 11.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll get this up to the 44.
Hold him right here, baby. Hold him right here.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. To throw is Young. He's got his man. That's weekend. Pick up there at 13. It's a Carolina first down.
On the play. That's good for a Panthers first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. A throw, left side, caught by Sanders. And good yardage there after the catch. The wind-up for a gain of 7 on first down.
Man.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action pass.
Appreciate everybody tuning in, man.
The defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice
good old simulation gameplay, man.
1 quarter in the books.
Settings on all, man. Just like try to make it real. This is popular as like we see on Sundays.
In Atlanta.
So y'all tuning in first time, I'm a diehard Falcon fan. Diehard, born and raised in Atlanta, so my squad right here, but you can't get no damn pressure on Bryce Young, bro.
Panthers football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. Complete, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, Young. They set up a screen here to Hubbard. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
And the Panthers first down. First down and 10 yards to go.
On the ground, this is Hubbard. And he'll take this one in. Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Panthers have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Here we go. Well, man, chop it up with it.
It is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson. Set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's go here.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
4 yards on
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. In this case, he escapes the pocket, he turns around, there's a lot of room out. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Here's 2 and out on 2nd down.
Oh! Drake got that.
In business at the 1-yard line.
Damn, what a die.
It is a big play there for the Falcons. It covers 51 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
They'll run with Robinson. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
One more time, it's Robinson. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
He'll try to run for it.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Folks.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. It used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. That's Ryan Fitzgerald. He will start this one. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Past midfield. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, a dream start to this one. The opening kickoff taken back all the way for the first points of the game.
And each one of these teams, Mike, they've spent the entire week discussing how can we get off to a fast start. But you don't get out to much of a faster start than returning the opening kickoff of the game. It's a dream start, as you said. And, man, you just don't draw it up much better than that.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. The kick is good. And Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
All right, Mike, now the question is, how do they come onto the field and answer the bell? They give up the quick strike on the kickoff return. Do they come out here now and try to strike back quickly? Whether it's a long, methodical drive or something fast, just don't press too fast. There is a long way to go. A lot of football left to be played. There is no need to panic.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. That one taken in. That's Teteroa McMillan. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that opened everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Sanders. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 7. Back to throw. Young. That one hauled in the side by McMillan. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40.
14 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. Here's Young. This one caught at the 4.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this.
And he's in. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Carolina. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He's got it. Panthers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as a result of him being your quarterback.
Ball carrier. Derek Brown on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. flies downfield and caught by Zacchaeus. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
That
They
was
hope
that.
now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Panthers 7.
Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Do me a favor, man. Hit that like button for me, bro. Hit that like button for me.
Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
Tackled by Jalen Walker. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Here comes Hubbard on a toss to the right. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Damn, he ain't fumble. Where the crackers are, go, dude.
This ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On the give, it's Hubbard. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 27
They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Panther
3rd downs,
down.
Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he will score! Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Panthers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. We'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tua. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
A shotgun snap to Tua. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's complete. He's got it to London. A gain of 11 on that walk. 1st down, Atlanta.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They run over center with Robinson. He'll get about 2. Bobby Brown, the one who brought him down.
46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. J.C. Horn coming in from his quarterback spot to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 5.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short. Now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and 2. Jungle by Loa. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
10 yards.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Falcons have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On play action, Young. Kept this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. There's no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Leggett in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun, it's Young. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. There's a handoff to Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So after one, it's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. We're looking at a second down and 9 to go. That one complete to Leggett. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball...
Powering forward, he's in. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown, Panthers. His second touchdown of this first half. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. His kick is good. Panthers will even this score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. A throw on the move is caught. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. Trevor Etienne is back deep for Carolina. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
On the stop. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Third and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Forced out wide. Now he'll run. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 40.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Austin Hooper was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Shaw Smith-Wade there on the stop.
Shaw Smith-Wade on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Here comes third and 6. Now it's Tua. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Here's Jake Bailey now. He's on for the second time. They're trying to get something inside the 10. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. A throw, left side, caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Young hands it to Hubbard. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll fake the hand. Back to it. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Bobby Brown in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Here's Tungo Bailoa. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Atlanta.
You can't teach speed, and a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's in. What a drop. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Folk now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons go up by 7, 28-21. after the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Young. The catch made by McMillan. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's
A gain of 16 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
1st and 10.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Leggett in motion. Out of the shotgun, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Look to him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, There's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Tua. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Tua now on third down. And that is incomplete. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be fourth down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's third and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on fourth down. So I don't love third and short bomb punt. I do love third and short. Okay, you failed. I'm going to go for it on fourth down.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Now Young. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On second down, Young. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Tommy Tremble, tight end, the man he was looking for there. And third down coming up.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. On comes the punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That one taken in. Jahan Johnson. Touchdown Falcons. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Now, Folk on for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Panthers 21.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. First and 10 now from the 36. Leggett in motion. On first and 10, here's Young. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get.
That's taken in by McMillan. The Panthers are going to burn their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Third down and 3. From the gun, it's Young. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
23 yards. First down, Carolina.
To throw is Young. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. To return is Hubbard. He'll He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Here's a give left side for Hubbard. Has an opening past the 40. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Back to the right, caught by Sanders. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. To throw, Young. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Falcons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. Throw here going to be taken by London. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Look him up on a second down and 8. From the gun, here's Tua. That one's over the middle and into the hands of Zacchaeus. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First rule of backed up offense, get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points?
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Second and a yard. Now a handoff to tight end in the running game. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Now a first down throw for Tua. He's going to look for the home run ball.
Well, finally a win for this defense, and it's certainly been a tough day. With the success this offense has had throwing the ball downfield, it's got to feel good to finally get a hand on one and knock it away, because it's been tough sledding so far, and don't expect that to be the last time they're tested deep.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running down, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They gained 18 yards on that one. First down, Atlanta.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Second and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Tua. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta.
While everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, this touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and when great awareness meets great scheme, all you need is great execution.
Folk now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Panthers 21.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. And he is stopped at his 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Here's the pistol snap to Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
When you can bring quarterbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
3rd and 7. Young. Pushed down to his left. Now he'll run it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. They get 16 on that connection. It's a Carolina first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hubbard. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he's in! Jalen Coker. Touchdown, Carolina. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Panthers are able to edge a bit closer.
Panthers 28.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Carter on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's 2. That's caught right side. It's London. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. A give, and here comes Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
He'll get this out wide. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
On first down, it's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Pitts is the man in motion. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. To the right, that's Pitts. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And he's into the end zone yet again. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. third touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Now, Folk, on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons tack on one more to their lead.
Panthers 28.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top of the conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Young. He'll step up and run this. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
They'll go play action with Young. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Leggett. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Panthers.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers are able to cut into the deficit.
Falcons 49, Panthers 35.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Carter on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out, and he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Isaiah Simmons comes up to end that one.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Throwing is Tua. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
It's Tua. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. They run over center with Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
It's a pickup
yards.
of 16 yards down to the 16.
First down.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
He will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Folk now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Panthers 35.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, It's Young. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 56 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd and 7. Here's Young to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line. And if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll go. Young. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. They run it here with Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Kevin Boyd on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Tua. He'll try to run for it. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run here for Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. Back to throw is Tua. That's taken in by Dotson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now Tua. Short throw taken by Pitts. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Atlanta.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff is Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he's going to be stuck in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It's a loss of 1.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the back.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons are able to extend the lead.
Falcons 63, Panthers 35.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense and receiver Teteroa McMillan set to take over once again. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. On play action, Young. He'll go left side here and complete this one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
On 1st down is Young. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd down, 3 to go. Here's the pistol snap to Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
There's that man again, another catch. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So it's a win here for the Falcons. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Play action, now it's Tua. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yards on the play.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. And that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Falcons first down. First and 10 at the
So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Tua. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, That's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Lawrence to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's got Thomas yet again complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Lawrence on the sneak. And he is going to have the Jags first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Tootin going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Allen will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Looking to put a drive together. On play action, here's Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A give left side to Robinson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and a couple. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jacoby Myers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Second and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Tua going to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
First down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Robinson. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That's another Falcons, first down. First and goal, Atlanta.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second down and goal. Tua. Caught out left side by Robinson. Touchdown. Bijan Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. In motion right here, Washington. Now Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll get 4 out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. Myers in motion right. Again, it's Lawrence. Open man is Myers. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's another Jaguars 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. McKinnon here, it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas from a yard out. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Jaguars will
they'll try to run it here.
The 2-point conversion is
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Oh, able to avoid him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there. They will bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now London motioning left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Tua. That one deep for London. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Robinson again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block early.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashir Trenton, 71 yards. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Got a man, it's London.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tua sets up to pass it. Complete to Zacchaeus. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. Oh, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Tua going to run the sneak. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
17.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Drops it underneath for Tootin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Facial Tootin
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
17.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 18-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it'll also lead to 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And it's incomplete. They can Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
A short throw there to Strange.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.